for success in acting, I mean, you're exercising it like it's a sport. Do you need a base level talent, or is it something that you can, if you put in the hours, you can become good at over time?
I cannot tell you the numbers of people. Well, I don't want to exaggerate. I probably could tell you the numbers of people if I could remember back to everyone. But it's always a wonderful, shocking surprise when people who started out sometime in the past with no evident talent whatsoever, and of course I don't tell them that because you don't want to hear that, but of course there are people that you go, there's just no evident talent. But you know what? If they bring the discipline and the commitment, backed up by the ambition to get better, and they do that for a couple or 3, 4, 5, sometimes years, all of a sudden one day it's like, holy crap, where did you come from? And it's a beautiful thing to see, and I have seen it repeatedly. So what I'm saying by that is we've all got talent. Some people, their talent is really obvious, and other people, their talent is very latent. It's hidden. The thing is, what are you going to do to develop it? There's plenty of talented actors out there who never make it because they don't have the discipline to develop the talent, and they're lazy. I mean, Michael Jordan would say he was definitely not the most talented guy, right? He was, what did he play in high school? I mean, he was like...
How many times have you guys heard that analogy?
But
Michael Jordan did not make the JV team.
But come on, but it's a good analogy, right? I mean, he had talent, but he didn't have... But it's always... Darryl Hickman, who I mentioned before, my teacher, used to talk about Fred Astaire. You don't know who Fred Astaire was, but he was a huge star of his day, great dancer, great singer-dancer, actor, huge star of the 30s. And Darryl had worked with Fred Astaire. He's a legend. You can look him up one day. And Darryl would say, Astaire was always the first guy on set and always the last guy to go home because he was there practicing those routines. And it's just the mark of every champion that you can ever come across.
Obsession.
It's the obsession, and it's putting in the time. It's not about the talent. The talent takes care of itself. You know what I mean? It just takes care of itself. How much time and dedication are you putting into developing to the talent? That's always the case, man.